The knockout, a sudden end to the fight. A single clean kick can end a fight. It has a finality to it. One moment, two people are in a contest. The next one is unconscious. This is the knockout. Dramatic, often frightening. Understanding why it happens is important. It is not magic, it is science. A knockout kick delivers rapid acceleration and deceleration to the brain, scrambling signals, lights out, a precise application of force to a vulnerable target. This breakdown covers the physics and the biology, so fighters can train smarter and safer. With great power comes great responsibility. Before we continue, stick around until the end to receive a free report. Let's begin. Here's the plan. 1. Basic physics. Force equals mass times acceleration. 2. Why speed is the great multiplier. 3. Targets, surface area, and pressure. 4. The kinetic chain of power. 5. Training for power, practicing for safety. 6. Busting common myths. And we'll tee up our next video, the fastest kick in Taekwondo. When we talk about the science of a powerful kick, many people immediately think of raw, muscular strength. But the truth is far more nuanced and fascinating. The real secret to devastating force isn't just about having strong legs. It's about mastering the physics of motion. It's the difference between simply pushing an object and launching it like a projectile. Understanding these core principles is what elevates a simple movement into a powerful, fight-ending technique. At the heart of it all is one of the most fundamental laws of physics. Force equals mass times acceleration. Let's break that down. Force is the impact you deliver to the target. Mass is the amount of stuff you're putting behind the strike. And acceleration is how quickly you can get that mass up to its maximum speed. These three elements are intrinsically linked. You can't change one without affecting the others. To maximize force, you must optimize both the mass you engage and the acceleration you generate. When we say mass, we're not just talking about the weight of your leg. While your leg is the delivery system, its mass alone is only a small part of the equation. True power comes from recruiting mass from your entire body. And when we talk about acceleration, we mean generating explosive speed from a standstill. Power, in physics terms, is the rate at which you do work. In martial arts, it means moving a heavy object, your committed body mass, very, very fast. To see this in action, consider a kick that uses only the lower leg, snapping from the knee. It might be quick, but it feels weak because it's only using the small mass of the shin and foot. But now, add the powerful rotation of the hips, the bracing of your core, and the forward momentum of your entire upper body. Suddenly, the kick is incredibly strong. Why? Because you're no longer just kicking with your leg, you're throwing a much bigger fraction of your total body mass into a single, focused point of impact. The logic is simple. Think of throwing a small rock versus a big rock. Even if you throw them at the exact same speed, the bigger, more massive rock will always hit harder and transfer more energy. Your body works the same way. The more connected your movement is, from the floor all the way to your foot, the more of your total mass you effectively deliver into the target. This is why technique is the ultimate equalizer. A smaller person with perfect connected technique can generate more impactful force than a much larger, stronger person with sloppy, disconnected form. It's not about the size of the engine, but how efficiently you use it. This efficient transfer of energy is called the kinetic chain, and for a kick, it begins with your connection to the ground. You push off the floor, creating a ground reaction force. That force travels up your standing leg, is amplified by the powerful rotation of your hips, stabilized and directed by your core, and finally unleashed through the striking leg. Think of it as a whip. Each segment accelerates the next, but if any one link in that chain is weak, if your ankle wobbles, your hips don't turn, or your core is loose, that power is lost before it ever reaches the target. This is why elite strikers focus relentlessly on core stability and hip mobility. Strong kicks come from this efficient energy transfer, not just from having strong quads. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation. Acceleration, which creates speed. This is where things get really interesting because kinetic energy, the destructive energy of a moving object, scales with the square of its speed. What does that mean? If you double the mass of your strike, you double the energy. But if you double the speed of your strike, you quadruple the energy. Speed is a force multiplier. This is why a fast, snapping kick is far more dangerous than a slow pushing shove, even if the same amount of muscle is used. The damage comes from the rapid deceleration upon impact. To maximize speed, you must learn to rotate your body like a whip. Your hips are the handle, generating the initial velocity, and your foot is the very tip, which travels at the highest speed. The key to this whip-like motion is relaxation. Tense muscles are slow muscles. You must stay loose and fluid during the wind-up, then snap to full tension only at the precise moment of impact. This creates maximum acceleration and ensures all the energy is transferred to the target instead of being absorbed by your own body. By combining whole body mass with explosive, whip-like acceleration, speed doesn't just add to the force of a kick, it multiplies it exponentially, turning a simple leg movement into a truly devastating weapon. Enjoyed the science? Like and share this breakdown with fellow martial artists. Force and speed are useless if they don't land in the right place. Same force, smaller area, higher pressure. Pressure is force divided by area. Roundhouse, use the shin. Small, hard surface. Side or front kick. Heel or ball, both focus force. The top of the foot spreads force and risks injury. Pads increase area and absorb energy. Less pressure, fewer knockouts. The jaw and chin act like a lever. Rotate the head fast. Rotational acceleration is more concussive than straight line hits. The temple is thinner, nerve rich, a dangerous spot. Behind the ear connects to the brain stem. Disruption can shut you down. The forehead is thick, more likely to break your foot than get a KO. Condition the weapon. Denser bone, desensitized nerves. A small, hard contact patch turns power into piercing pressure. Choose the right tool for the target. Accuracy beats raw power. A kick isn't an isolated leg move. It's a full-body symphony called the kinetic chain. Think of it as a whip where each part of your body adds momentum to the next, culminating in a devastating impact. This sequence is non-negotiable. If any link in the chain is weak or out of sync, the entire structure fails and power vanishes. It all begins with your connection to the earth. Power starts at the floor and rises through you. You must actively push off the ground, using it as a launch pad. This ground reaction force is the initial deposit into your power account. Without this firm foundation, you're just swinging your leg. You're not delivering force from your entire body mass. From the ground, that energy travels to your hips. The hips are the engine. The faster the twist, the heavier the blow. This is where linear motion from the ground transforms into rotational velocity. A slow hip turn is a power governor. A violent, snapping rotation is the key to unlocking knockout potential. The core stabilizes and transmits that rotational power, or it leaks it. A soft, unengaged core is like a wet noodle in the middle of the whip. It absorbs the energy instead of passing it on. You must brace your abdominals and obliques, creating a rigid channel for the force to surge through. Finally, the ankle. Lock the ankle at impact. A floppy link kills power and risks injury. This is the final crucial link. An unlocked ankle will buckle, dissipating all the power you've generated and potentially leading to a severe sprain. A rigid lock joint ensures every ounce of force arrives at the target. But perfect mechanics mean nothing without application. The most powerful kick is useless if it never lands. Timing beats speed. An opponent can see a telegraphed power shot a mile away. The art is in delivering the kick when they are most vulnerable and least expecting it. The ideal moment, catch them moving forward. Their momentum adds to your impact, creating a collision that multiplies the force exponentially. You're not just hitting them, you're running them into your weapon. Deception creates the moment they never see. A feint with the hands, a dip of the shoulder, a look to the body. These small lies open the door for the big truth of your kick. And always manage distance. Too close loses power because the kick can't fully extend. Too far misses entirely. The sweet spot is at the maximum extension of your limb, where velocity is highest. To master this, your training must be intelligent. Flexibility unlocks speed and height. Tight hips kill kicks. They restrict your range of motion and act as a brake on your kinetic chain. Build functional strength and a rock-solid core to transfer power. This isn't about bodybuilding, it's about creating explosive, coordinated strength that directly translates to your technique. Repetition makes the weapon reliable. Thousands of correct repetitions build the muscle memory needed for the kinetic chain to fire perfectly under pressure without conscious thought. But in sparring, control is mandatory. Pull your kicks. The goal is to practice timing and placement, not to injure your training partners. Full power is for the bag and pads. A good coach is invaluable. They see the flaws in your kinetic chain you can't, refine your timing, and ensure you build skill while keeping you safe. This is the holistic approach. It's a synthesis of physics, timing, and disciplined practice. Power, respect, and safety. That's how you train knockout kicks. Before we continue, if you're looking for a martial arts school for yourself or your child, I've created a free guide called How to Find a Reputable Martial Arts School in Your Area. It covers the #1 mistakes people make when choosing a school. Just comment "school" below. Let's shatter a common myth that only huge, powerful fighters can deliver a knockout kick. The truth is, size is a factor, but it's far from the most important one. The real keys to knockout power are superior technique, explosive speed, and impeccable timing. A smaller, well-trained martial artist who has mastered their body's kinetic chain can generate more effective force at the point of impact than a larger opponent relying on brute strength alone. It's about efficiency, not just mass. Another myth is that any kick to the head is an automatic knockout. This is simply not true. A glancing blow or a kick that lands on a well-braced muscular area might stun an opponent, but it won't necessarily shut their lights out. True knockout power depends on precise placement, targeting vulnerable points like the jaw, temple, or the area behind the ear, and generating rotational acceleration of the head. It's this sudden, sharp rotation that causes the brain to impact the skull, leading to a concussion and loss of consciousness. This brings us to a critical point. You can't shortcut your way to real skill. There are no secret techniques that bypass the need for hard work. The path to mastering powerful kicks is through dedicated practice under the guidance of a qualified coach. Train with control, focus on perfecting your form, and always prioritize the safety of yourself and your training partners. And let's be absolutely clear, a knockout is a traumatic brain injury. It's a serious medical event with potential long-term consequences. Whether in competition or training, you must always respect the inherent risk and take every precaution to protect the brain. So, to recap the science behind knockout kicks, it's a symphony of physics and biology. You must generate immense force from the ground up, maximize speed through rotational mechanics, focus that energy into a small pressure point, connect every link in the kinetic chain, time the impact perfectly, and above all, train safely and intelligently. Mastering this science is a lifelong journey. And if you're fascinated by the upper limits of human speed, you won't want to miss what's next up on our channel, the fastest kick in Taekwondo. Now, I have a question for you. Which kick do you find the hardest to land with both speed and power? The roundhouse, the side kick, or the front kick? Let us know your experience and your why in the comments below. Your insights help our entire community learn and grow together. Before we wrap this up, if you're looking for a martial arts school for yourself or your child, I've created a free guide called How to Find a Reputable Martial Arts School in Your Area. It covers the #1 mistakes people make when choosing a school. Just comment "school" below, then select the link in the description to receive your free copy. Now, to the conclusion. Thank you for hanging in there with me today. Continue practicing and working smart. We will see you soon, as our next video will be the fastest kick in Taekwondo. Thank you for your support